Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another session on polity and constitution. I hope I'm audible as well as visible. Great. Audible and visible. Let's wait for those to join and then we'll begin our discussion for the day. Satar, not audible. Refresh. So, if not audible, how would you hear what I'm saying? Refresh if not audible. Okay. I'm taking interest in online classes. Thankful. Great, great. Good to know that Vinod is taking interest in online classes. Amazing. So, others will keep on joining. We can do a quick recap in the meantime. See, as far as the topic at hand was concerned in the previous class, that was with respect to the chapter Parliament. So we took up for discussion the chapter Parliament, and we had covered a large ground regarding the presiding officer, right? Regarding the very important role of the Parliament in ensuring accountability for the executive, right? Through parliamentary proceedings like question hour, 0 hour, right? Half an hour discussion. And then we also saw some motions, some generic kind of motions, not really important for the examination, but those specific motions. Also, those motions introduced in which house, that's important. Some motions are introduced in the Lok Sabha, some in the Rajya Sabha. So these things become important. And then we also discussed the budget, right? All the stages in the budget, including some technical terms like supplementary grant, additional grant, excess grant, all these things. And interim budget, what's the concept? Finally, we came down to discussing the leader of the house and the leader of opposition. I think that was the last point we had discussed. Leader of house and the leader of opposition. And now we'll move on and discuss from that very point. We'll today be covering a lot of ground, including starting with some very, very basic information on what exactly do you mean by parliamentary privilege. So, what is parliamentary privilege? Then also uh, collective privilege, individual privilege, the advantages of Lok Sabha over Rajya Sabha, Rajya Sabha over Lok Sabha, and then we'll summarize our discussion with anti-defection law. And once that's done, the chapter Parliament is comprehensively done. Then we'll take some time out and also see the parliamentary committees. And once parliamentary committees are over, if time permits us, we'll also look at the state executive, starting with the governor. So that is planned for today. Let's hope we can cover ground and also basic information with respect to last class. So two things. Number one, I'm sure now you're aware that the recordings are available forever. I mean, till you have the course. And I'd like to draw your attention to this very important point. Please don't have this feeling, oh, since recordings are available, why should I, invest time and attend the class? Attend the class and finish the discussion here only, right? Please don't wait for the recordings to be there and then one fine morning I'll watch the recording. It never happens like that actually. So that's what is largely seen. So please ensure that you are able to finish the class along with the scheduled time, along with the scheduled classes only. Clear? Okay. One more thing, in the previous class, before the ending our discussion, we had given some homework. I hope you have covered that. I hope now, since it's the second week done, so your book Political Theory must be complete. 5 days, 5 chapters. First week, 5 chapters. Second week, so 10 chapters must be over. If not, see, you're already lagging behind. And also monthly magazine and Yojana Kurukshetra. Again, I believe your Yojana Kurukshetra gist of the month of July must have been covered both for Yojana and Kurukshetra. And those preparing for 2024, you must have reached at least uh, 60-70% of the monthly magazine that was told to you to read. Then all the previous year questions that we saw, answers had to be written. Did you send your answers to Target IS or IS classes? Target IS basically. So if no, please send to Target IS. Write the answers. Clear? Okay. So that's all. Let's now begin our discussion today. But of course, beginning our discussion with the time being devoted to 5 questions, firstly, for the day. So, what 5 questions? I'll give you 5 minutes, oh, sorry, 1 minute of time, and as soon as the time is over, then we'll see the answer as well. Starting with the very first question, take a minute of time and mark the answer. A lot of you have marked 2 as correct. Can I know which 2 statements are correct? Since a lot of you have marked 2 statements as correct. So, firstly, it aims to facilitate meeting of urgent unforeseen expenditure by the government without any need for parliamentary authorization whatsoever. Now, please tell me, while revising, did you not see the slide where it was mentioned that permission or authorization is required post expenditure? There is no blanket exception here. It is just that before spending money, permission or authorization is not required. But you need the authorization of the parliament after spending money. So one is wrong. What is this whatsoever? No, of course it's wrong. Are you clear? Statement 1 is wrong. Number 2, amount from CFI is used to recoup or refill the contingency fund. Of course, the CFI has large sums of money. From this only periodically money is sent to the contingency fund. Recoup, think of it as refill. Okay, so that's there. So 2 is correct. And number 3, it is obligatory, mandatory for the parliament to create such a fund. No, it is not obligatory. Please refer to your slides. You will find parliament can create if it wants to. It has created, but creating a contingency fund was optional, never mandatory. Mandatory CFI and PAI. So 3 is also wrong. So the right answer is only 2. So hopefully those who marked, sorry, right answer is only 1. So hopefully those who marked only 1 as the answer actually chose second statement to be correct and not something else. Right? All okay? So now moving on to the next question. Please solve this question. 1 minute of time. Yes, Sherlin, statement 1 was wrong. That's what I explained. Refer to your slide. It's mentioned there. Approval required post expenditure. Okay. So post expenditure approval is required. A lot of you got this right. So as per the constitution, with reference to VP, the VP acts as a president if a vacancy is caused because of resignation, removal, death, etc. Is correct. He or she is elected by an electoral college which comprises of members of both houses, including nominated members, of course. All the MPs, whether elected or nominated, vote in the election of the vice president, is correct. The qualification and manner of election for being a VP are the same as prescribed for the office of president. Now, this is wrong because the qualification for being a VP is that you should be eligible. If you remember, you should be eligible to be an MP in the Rajya Sabha, but for president, it was you should be eligible to be an MP in the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha for vice president, Lok Sabha for the president. So 3 is wrong. Now, how many statements given above are incorrect? Are we clear? Incorrect. Now, please tell me, how many of you missed out on this correct, incorrect? Just type yes. Oh, quite a few of you. Around 10, 12 people have missed out on this. So, learning experience, please read the question carefully. Okay, moving on. Dinesh, nominated members take part in the election of vice president. They don't take part in the election of president. Please revise accordingly. Okay, moving on to the third question. 45 seconds would be sufficient, right? No need to have more time here. Deep Shikha, as I explained in the class, practically yes, but as per the constitution. The question very clearly said, as per the constitution. So you have to focus on the constitution. Okay, so I think here two options were the same. So your task was very easy. It would be either A or C. Anyway, does not really matter. The right answer is C, not B or D. So PM, why will the PM be a part of delimitation commission? Speaker of Lok Sabha, he has no expertise. So retired Supreme Court judge, chief election commissioner. There is one more person who is a part of the delimitation commission. Who is that person? Please tell me quickly. Yuvraj, very good. Others, Rana, okay. A.S. Hussain, M. Shravan, oh, A.S. Hussain, back here also. Deep Shikha. It is the state election commissioner. Okay. This is also a constitutional. This is also a constitutional post. Soyab, sir, I don't have the knowledge about today's class. And you will get knowledge in today's class. Don't worry. Soyab, are you a evening batch student? Anyway, so C is the right answer. Let's move on to the fourth question. Soyab, this is a weekend batch which is dealing with the same topics, but we are slightly ahead here, almost 9 hours ahead here. Okay, so don't worry, these topics will come in your class also when the time comes. Easy question, 45 seconds, sufficient time. Again, my question is, how many of you again did not see incorrect? Firstly, okay, thankfully no one made a mistake there. Oh, someone again. Anyway, so in the first past the post system, each constituency elects one representative. Yes or no? Of course. And in the first past the post system, the idea is that somebody who gets the highest votes, that person is declared the winner. It is only in the proportional representation with single transferable vote. Excuse me. In this system, we follow more than 50%, right? This idea of 50% plus 1, etc. In first past the post, whoever gets the highest votes wins. So 2 is wrong because there is absolutely no need to secure more than 50% votes. So what is the answer? B, 2 only is the answer because we wanted the incorrect statement. And last question for today. Okay, a lot of you got this correct. Great. So, how many are correct? Two statements are correct. First one is wrong. At least 1/10 members are required to give notice. We have seen nothing of this sort. No 1/10. Any person can give a notice. First is wrong. No grounds are mentioned in the constitution for the removal. Correct. Nothing mentioned whatsoever in the constitution. And number three, the voting for removal requires an effective majority. Yes, to remove the presiding officer, we need effective majority. So that's also correct. All these statements are correct except the first one. So the answer is only two because these two are correct. Are we clear? We are done with the questions for the day. Jayant, when deputy speaker takes post, what about the deputy speaker's post? It's okay. That is a whole point of deputy speaker. That while the speaker is not there, deputy speaker will preside over. So that post remains vacant. Okay. And when the deputy speaker becomes a speaker for a temporary period, also he or she gets the same salary that the speaker gets. Okay. Hassan, in the presidential system, we use the proportional representation, that is more than 50%, 50% plus 1. Hassan, once again, notice of 110 members is not required anywhere. Notice of 1/4 members is required. And where is it required? Tell me, guys. To remove which person do we need 1/4 members to give notice? To initiate a removal only. Okay, Khambapati, Dinesh, Yuvraj, Lindsay, Niranjan, Paulos, Pooja, Chandani, Apurva, correct. Deepshika, the answer is president. Okay. So to remove the president or impeach the president, 1/4 MPs have to give a notice in any house. 1/4 in Lok Sabha or 1/4 in Rajya Sabha. Done. Let me also see the leaderboard and show you the leaderboard. So we have Kiran Rai, Sherlin. But Sherlin, you had some concern in the first question. Oh, got 4 correct. Nobody got all 5 correct. What happened? No one got all 5 correct. Shahid, V. Aditya, Yokesh, Krishn, Kamapati Ravi Verma, and Nikhil Garg. Then Anshika, Surya, Panyala, M. Shravan Kumar, Vedant, Asma, Vinod, Ganesh, Lindsay, Vanita, Chandani, Govind, Rajulu, Himadri, Balu. Haji guys, tell me, how does it feel not to get all 5 correct? Okay. Okay. Feeling of regret. No, don't be full of regret. It's okay. What is more important is to just revise effectively. Okay. Now, M7, that is something I was not aware of till recently, but that's again something beyond my control, frankly. Maybe mailing or calling to the concerned department would help. Anyway, let's now begin our discussion for the day. Parliamentary privileges. When these innocent MPs, right, decent, well behaved MPs, sit in the House, they enjoy some special benefit. Okay, when these MPs sit in the House, they enjoy some advantages, some immunity, etc. This is what is called parliamentary privilege. Special immunity, special concession enjoyed by legislators. This is enjoyed by MPs in the Lok Sabha, MPs in the Rajya Sabha, MLAs in the Vidhan Sabha, MLCs in the Vidhan Parishad. Why would some special benefits be given? Right? You may say, what is this nonsense? Violates equality. See, firstly, it is very important to maintain authority, maintain dignity, maintain honor. So to maintain authority, to maintain dignity, and also to maintain honor, we need some respect, because these are people who have been chosen by the people of the country. These are elected representatives, right? Representing vast number of people, their voices in the parliament. So some respect needs to be shown. Apart from this, one more important reason is that this is also very, very necessary. Necessary to do what? Necessary in order to ensure that they are independent in the performance of their functions. Necessary in order to secure the independence and also effectiveness of their actions. Clear? These two very important elements. To ensure these two, we have these special concessions or benefits given to the what? MPs, MLAs, MLCs. Firstly, the House collectively as a whole unit enjoys some privilege, and then MPs individually also enjoy some privilege. So the collective privilege, which is enjoyed by the House as a group. So what is that? You have the right to publish your reports, publish your debates and proceedings. So whatever transpires in the House has full right to publish those things, those debates, those reports, right? And not just this, the House also has a right to prevent, prohibit, stop others from publishing the report. That's also there. So, but one more thing, uh, press has full authority to publish true reports of what is happening in the House. So let's say today you want to take out a booklet only, Raj Sabha discussion on a daily basis, Lok Sabha discussion on a daily basis. Now House can say no, you cannot take out a booklet like this. Take our permission first. That can be done. Second thing, in the House, outsiders are also allowed. They can come and sit with prior permission in the galleries, watch. We have the cameramen there, right, who record and telecast all the things. But it is also possible that the House can say, no, in this sitting, no outsider. Come on, all strangers, get lost from here, right? House can also hold secret sittings. What are secret sittings? Sittings where outsiders are not permitted. That's also possible. Then the House makes its own rules on how to run the House on a day-to-day basis. What are those rules? Those are the what are those rules? Lok Sabha rules. In the Rajya Sabha, we have the Rajya Sabha rules. So the correct name is Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Lok Sabha, Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Rajya Sabha. So both these houses make their own rules, my house, my rules, and that's how they function. Then it can punish members, that is, the people who belong to the house, MPs, as well as outsiders for the breach of privilege or contempt. What is contempt? Contempt in general means if you make any kind of derogatory statement, right? Which attacks the dignity, which lowers the authority, that's called contempt. So, breach, meaning breach is an English word which would mean something that obstructs the members from performing their functions. Breach. So, if you take undue advantage of the concession given as a member, or you make derogatory remarks against the house, then the house can punish you. And let me tell you, the punishment can be jail also. Jail for us also. If today you make a statement against the parliament and the parliament finds it derogatory, they can jail you, right? Around 10 years back in our country, there was a very popular movement, India Against Corruption. Most of you would have no idea. Your parents would know. In fact, I think the last big movement, which was completely apolitical, at least at that point of time, it was seen as apolitical, was India Against Corruption. So, pressurizing the then ruling party Congress to build a Lokpal, etc., led by a former armed forces personnel, Anna Hazare. Now, whenever such you know protests happen, our celebs, these Hindi movie, Telugu movie, Tamil movie celebs, they try to give their 2 points of their 2 minutes of fame. Let's give people some gyan, half baked knowledge. Anyway, so a lot of people would come to Delhi and give speeches and all. One such person who came to Delhi was Om Puri, a legendary actor. Om Puri, great acting skills, no more with us, but the idea being, he came to Delhi, and while addressing a crowd in Delhi, because the idea was that we wanted the government to make a Lokpal. What is a Lokpal? You study about this body Lokpal in your governance classes. So he pointed his hands towards the parliament and said that tell these fools, these imbeciles, in Hindi, he used the word Gamar. So tell these fools, these imbeciles, to give us Lokpal. Now, see, you cannot make such remarks against the parliament. The parliament also has very learned, educated, respectable people as its members. This kind of remark does not behoove of, firstly, Ompuri and his status, and also should not be made against such important organs of the state. So he had to apologize, say sorry, and all, and then he was forgiven. Otherwise, jail term also. Then this is for you in future. So all those here who become IPS officers, whenever you arrest somebody, you detain somebody, or the court convicts somebody, or somebody is sent to jail, or some person is being released who is a member of the house member, you have to immediately inform the house that one of your members jail now, enjoying in jail. Inform the house. Okay, so all IPS officers, future IPS officers, instruction for you. Then the house can also institute inquiries and order the attendance of witnesses, right? Send for relevant papers and records. So house has this power. It can call people to come and be a witness. That's why we say that the house sometimes acts like a judiciary also. Not fully, partially. Quasi judicial, semi judicial, trying to call people to be a witness, trying to ask people to give documents, just like a court does. These are actually powers of what we call a civil court. So, just like a civil court, the House also has these powers to make all these statements. Okay, issue all these orders, calling people to come and be a witness. Then, the courts are prohibited to inquire into the proceedings of a house or its committees. So, the courts cannot inquire into what is the day-to-day functioning of the house or its committees. But, and this is actually a constitutional provision. Article 122 mentions this. But you know very well that Supreme Court says, wait. Yes, we will not interfere. We will not inquire. Don't worry. But the very important point is, if something unconstitutional is going on in the house, we will inquire, we will interfere. So, this is not available to unconstitutional activities. Supreme Court in the Raja Rampal case 2007. The same case where Supreme Court said money bills, if the speaker uh, puts his assent on a bill, deeming it to be a money bill, then the Supreme Court can question it. Clear? That's it. Then again, some nice piece of advice for you. If at any point of time the police comes to arrest you in future because of a behavior, find out the nearby Lok Sabha, Vidhan Sabha and run inside that building. Because no person, member or outsider can be arrested, or no legal process warrant can be served within the precinct, meaning boundaries of the house, without the permission of presiding officer. So without the presiding officer's permission inside the house, nobody can be arrested, or nobody can even be issued a warrant. Clear? Next time police comes, run inside the Vidhan Sabha, stay there. When the police goes to seek permission, run out. Don't do all this. Okay? Please. Don't say this is what I was taught in the polity class to do this. Please don't take all these steps. Now, individual privileges. Privilege or benefit given to MPs, MLAs, MLCs. Okay? Now, there is a section 135, capital A. This is a section of CRPC. Sorry, CPC. Code of Civil Procedure 1908. This says that the MPs have freedom from arrest, but arrest in civil cases only, not in criminal cases. During the session, 40 days before the session, and 40 days after the end of session. You cannot arrest an MP, MLA, MLC in a civil case. Clear? Then no member is liable to any proceedings in any court for anything said or any vote given by him in the parliament or its committees. This is actually a very important article, Article 105. We say that the MPs have complete freedom of speech in the parliament. Complete freedom of speech, because whatever you say, you will not be held liable to any court proceedings uh, for what you say in the parliament, right? Because right now, if you make some statement, let's say you give a hate speech, let's say you make a statement which causes contempt of court, defamation. In all these statements, what will happen? Somebody can file a case against you because you are breaking some law, restriction on your freedom of speech and expression, and you can be jailed, punished, etc. But if a member is speaking something in the house, you cannot take that point and go to the court and say no, he cannot speak like such things. They have to expose any kind of or every kind of wrongdoing of the ruling party and other members, so they need to be given this kind of unfettered and unrestricted speech. Okay. And lastly, they are exempted from jury service. Tell me, what the hell is this jury service? How many of you have seen the movie Rustam? by any chance? Rustam? No? Or have you seen this not 12 Angry Men, the Daredevil episodes, the Punisher series? Or did you follow the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp? Amber Heard, Johnny Depp defamation case? No. Innocent people. Always busy studying. How sweet. What is jury service? See, in USA, what happens is you have a judge, and then you have the accused, and you have the defense attorney, the government's lawyer, public prosecutor. Okay, so these two lawyers are fighting the case not in front of judge, but in front of these people sitting here. These people are called jury. So both these lawyers argue in front of jury, and this jury decides whether you are guilty or not. Judge will only give the punishment. Clear? That's it. The jury decides whether you are guilty or not. Are we clear? Now, who is this jury? Jury are common people. Okay? Common people. Somebody is asking what is ignore DA. Government lawyer. Okay? That is DA means defense attorney. Anyway, so jury is common people. People from various walks of life, rich, poor, young, old, men, women, other genders, uh, educated, uneducated, from different professions, etc. So basically, the idea is jury represents society, a group of people chosen from general public to listen to facts about a crime and to decide whether the person accused is guilty or not. So the idea is if the society finds you guilty, then you are guilty. So it is believed that jury can render impartial verdict. That's the biggest joke. Common people are very easily swayed by emotions, right? And if you want to ever know how silly jury can be, you should watch this series on Netflix, the O.J. Simpson story. It is, I mean, testimony to how emotional people are when it comes to, the idea of jury, right? Or even the case of Rustam. So a jury may not always be correct. They may also work on emotions. Clear? So they are exempted from jury service and can refuse to give evidence and appear as a witness in a case pending in a court when Parliament is in session. So while the session is going on, Parliament wants MP, you come here, be a witness. Court wants MP, come here, be a witness. MP says no, session is going on. My PM has called for a special session, right, of 5 days to discuss what? Let's see what. Did you hear the news? A special session will take place now. What is the content? There are various speculations on it. Why to speculate? Let's wait and watch what happens, right? Speculation ranging from a way to inaugurate the new parliament, one nation, one election, right? Getting the BNS passed, right? Or it can be a way to showcase government's achievement in the BRICS, etc. Uh, before the election in some states, some are saying it will be used to introduce UCC. Speculations. We have no idea what is going on in the hearts of the government. So rather than engaging in speculation, ignore. Once the matter is out, we'll know what happened. Anyway, So these are the privileges given to the MPs, MLAs, MLCs individually and collectively. Are we clear, everybody? Any doubt? No doubt. Gayatri, which minister informed to I am arrest the criminal? Oh, Gayatri, what do you want to say? You have to inform the House, Secretary General of the House. Okay? Inform them, no problem. No, Dinesh, that is not allowed. If there is a secret sitting going on, then you cannot claim that I am press, let me inside. No, not possible. Now coming to the special powers of Lok Sabha and special powers of Rajya Sabha. So basically we'll try to compare those areas where Lok Sabha has been given some special power and those areas where Rajya Sabha has been given special powers. Are we clear, everybody? First up, Lok Sabha. What are the special powers of Lok Sabha? Article 75 clause 3. My innocent aspirants, please tell me what is Article 75 clause 3? Let's see. No answer so far. How sweet. Okay, Khambapati is correct. Payal, okay. Article 75 clause 3 refers to what? Collective responsibility. The Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the Rajya Sabha. Yes or no? Tell me. So, Council of Ministers are collectively responsible to the which house? Lok Sabha. So, this is Article 75 clause 3. The concept of collective responsibility. This is actually only towards Lok Sabha, which gives Lok Sabha an advantage. For example, government formation takes place in the Lok Sabha only. For example, there are various motions which can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. And also very important is the fact that the NCM and trust vote take place only in the Lok Sabha. Various motions like adjournment motion. Please tell me some other motion that is introduced only in the Lok Sabha except NCM, trust vote, or adjournment motion. Please. Motion, not a bill, motion. A specific motion which can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. Okay, Lindsay, very good. A.S. Hussain, very good. This is censure motion. Okay. Then superior power with respect to money bills. So when it comes to money bills, the introduction of such bills, the passage of such bills, also including cut motions, right? What is a cut motion? Any idea? Cut motion. Which topic? Okay. Why don't we have comments? Too many comments here. Why so much of silence? Only 4 or 5 people writing. Others, are you traveling or what somewhere? Please take part in the Q&A session that we are holding right now. Please respond. Okay, under budget. Absolutely correct. Great. So, money bills, special parts with respect to the Lok Sabha. Then, superior parts in the case of joint sitting. What is that? Firstly, the Lok Sabha has a numerical advantage. Yes or no? 543 people versus 245 people. More than double. Then, rules of Lok Sabha are followed in the case of joint sitting. Then, one more point, and what is that? The presiding officer in a joint sitting is the what? Who is the presiding officer? Of course, the speaker is the presiding officer. Okay, joint sitting. Which article is that? Article 108 is the article for joint sitting. Clear? This article has been borrowed from which country? Can you name the country? I had mentioned in a passing reference the country from which this has been borrowed. Very good, Lindsay Yuvraj Kambapati. Great. Oh, Krishn Niranjan. Absolutely correct. It's Australia. Karan Sakti. Great. Now, ignore this point. Okay, ignore it. We'll discuss this when we study emergency. That to end emergency, Lok Sabha has a special power. That Lok Sabha can end emergency. Raj Sabha has no such power. So ignore it. Dominance of its members in all joint committee. Remember, we saw the example of DRSC. Yes or no? Departmentally related standing committees. The budget is broken down into various parts and is sent to all these committees. These committees comprising of MPs, and those MPs discuss. Just to give you an example, say DRSC, Departmentally Related Standing Committee. We'll discuss it in a couple of hours today only. It has 21 MPs from Lok Sabha and 10 MPs from Rajya Sabha. MPs. And this is the case with every such committee. You go to, let's say, PAC or the Committee on Public Accounts, 15 MPs from Lok Sabha, 7 from Rajya Sabha. It's the same situation. Wherever you have a joint committee to Parliament, in all these cases, the Lok Sabha has more members compared to the Rajya Sabha. Okay, that's there. But then this does not mean that Rajya Sabha is useless. There are some very, very genuine powers, special powers that Rajya Sabha enjoys. One such power is that Rajya Sabha is not subject to dissolution. Yes or no? Rajya Sabha is never dissolved. Rajya Sabha is called a continuing chamber. Members keep on coming and going. House is not dissolved. And also, the tenure of MPs in Rajya Sabha is how much? Longer, 6 years, compared to the tenure of MP in Lok Sabha, which is 5 years. One small point, please tell me. The tenure of MP of Rajya Sabha is mentioned in the Constitution. Yes or no? So, all those who are saying yes, the answer is no. Please go and look at the slide on the Rajya Sabha tenure. I had mentioned there, tenure is mentioned under RPA, section 154, not in the Constitution. Then, initiation of proceedings for removal of Vice President. To remove the Vice President, this process can can begin, can be moved, can be initiated in which house? Rajya Sabha only. Tell me which is the article. Tell me the article. Don't write RS article. I want to know which article relates to removal of the VP. Okay, Karan, great. Others? Lindsay, Khambapati, Eman, Aniket, Madhu, partially, Ragini. Great, great. Very good. This article is 67B. Okay. Then these two are the special provisions of Rajya Sabha, meaning Article 312 and Article 249, special powers of Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha can authorize the parliament to create a new All India service. Yes or no? A new AIS. This means what? This means that we have to bring a bill which would amend the All India Services Act. And once you amend that, you can create a new All India service. Okay. Similarly, Rajya Sabha can authorize the parliament to make laws on state list subjects. Remember, this authorization is valid. Oh, sorry, this authorization is done by 2/3 members present and voting or total strength. Tell me, what is a majority if this authorization? 2/3 members, total strength, effective strength, or present and voting? Pooja, Parshuram, Kambapati, correct answer. Nikhil, Aniket, correct answer. Payal, correct. Others, no, you forgot. This is present and voting. 2/3 can firstly never be effective strength. It can either be total membership or present and voting. In this case, it is total membership, present and voting. Tell me, where do we use this majority? 2/3 of total strength or total membership? Which place? Which place do we use this kind of majority? 2/3 of present total strength. Hey, don't Google search and all. Okay. So quick answer. Present. Ganesh, Paulos, Dinesh, Shahid, Kamapati. Great. This total strength is used in the impeachment of president. Always remember, Article 61 uh, talks about 2/3 of total strength. Anyway, so this is how the permission comes, and once the permission comes, our Rajya Sabha can authorize the parliament to make laws for 1 year on state list subjects that the permission has been given to make laws on, and the laws made on those topics, they continue to remain in force for 6 months after the end of authorization period, which means what? Which means that after 6 months of the end of permission, the laws cease to operate. Are we clear, everybody? Any doubt whatsoever? No. So these are some special nice things about Rajya Sabha, which also brings a very important point in front of us, the importance of Rajya Sabha. So what's the importance of Rajya Sabha? See, need, importance of Rajya Sabha. First things first, why is Rajya Sabha required? Because it promotes or at least protects federalism. How would Rajya Sabha promote and protect federalism? Because Rajya Sabha is the representation of the states in the what? in the parliament. Number one. Number two, Lok Sabha comprises of MPs who are, directly elected by people. So they always respond to people's expectations, right? People's interest. So Lok Sabha MPs are very passionate people, always eager to please because country is watching. They'll vote for me. I have to impress everybody, right? Always in high energy, uselessly, and they sometimes are also very eager to pass laws. But Rajya Sabha acts as a check. House of corrections versus the house of passion of Lok Sabha. So it also prevents hasty legislations, bills being passed in a hurry. Keeps check on hasty legislative proposals. Then, when it comes to quality of membership, it is slightly better. Experts can be made members of Rajya Sabha, right? Then, in general, historically, Rajya Sabha has been seen as a house with higher attendance, more informed debates, less disruptions, all these things. More rational behavior, less fighting. Now, please don't quote the Farm Bill case. That was an exceptional situation. Normally, in Rajya Sabha, you will not find MPs fighting, throwing pen, paper here and there. Okay? So, this will only happen with Lok Sabha, sadly. Anyway, so these are some of the very important reasons why we have the Rajya Sabha. So we say you have House of Passion, which is a Lok Sabha, to which we have the Rajya Sabha, the House of Corrections, right? That's what is a way of pointing the same thing. And in fact, Rajya Sabha is truly the House of Elders. To give you factual detail here, the average age of Rajya Sabha members is over 61.6 years. In Lok Sabha, now it has become 53, 54, right? 54 in 2019. But if you look at the first Lok Sabha, the average age was just 46. But yes, even now the average age of Lok Sabha is 54. The average age of Rajya Sabha members is 61, 62. So they are truly, in that sense, uh, the House of Elders, right? That's it. Anyway, so that's it. Article 249 is also taught earlier under special majority. So please have a reference there. Payal hasty means in a hurry, jaldbazi, in a hurry. 2/3 of total strength is used to impeach the president. Article 61. Nikhil, Rajya Sabha MPs don't have to show their voters. Yes, yes, no facade required here. Of course, as rightly pointed out by Nikhil, that it's just a drama in Lok Sabha. They're always pleasing the voter who may be watching, right? So in Rajya Sabha, because you don't have to seek votes from people, because Rajya Sabha MPs are elected by which people? Who votes to elect members of Rajya Sabha? The elected MLAs. Clear? Elected MLAs. So that's there. We are done. One more thing. See, when it comes to the case of writing answers, I have to also keep in mind that you will, apart from getting these questions in your PYQs, in the class also, I'll give you questions to write, not writing in the class, but writing in your house. But I'll dictate question in the class. Now, I will not write those questions here. I'll dictate those questions here. So I will give you 1 minute of time. Wherever you are, please get a pen and paper, because now I'll dictate a question for which you can write the answer. So of course, those who attend the class will have this advantage of getting more practice questions. Clear? 1 minute of time. Time starts now. Please get your pen paper quickly to write this question. Done, everyone? Should I dictate now? Okay, please write. Compare the special powers compare the special powers provided to Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Full stop. Compare the special powers provided to Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Full stop. Do you think that the Rajya Sabha can be abolished? Question mark. Do you think that the Rajya Sabha can be abolished? Question mark. Argue your case. Full stop. Argue your case. Full stop. 150 words only. All okay? All clear? So write this answer, send it to Target IS, get it evaluated. Are we clear? Please, no answer to be left unevaluated. And 2 things on your answer you should mention in every answer. Count the words and mention the number of words. Mind you, whatever you write, I don't care. 2 important things. First one, of course, content, that will improve slowly. Second one is word limit. So word limit cannot be breached. Simple. Right from day one, word limit cannot be breached. So the question was, compare the special powers of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Full stop. Do you think Rajya Sabha can be abolished? Full stop. Question mark. Argue your case. Okay. Send to Target IS. Get your answers evaluated. Moving on now to solving a question first. 45 seconds. Please mark your answer quickly and then we'll move forward. Yes, C. Ramadevi, of course, in your own language only. %58 got this correct. Raj Sabha has equal powers with Lok Sabha on matter of creating new All India service. Of course not. This is a special power of Rajya Sabha, not equal powers. How is it equal? Only Rajya Sabha can give permission to create new All India service. Removal of government. This is a special power of Lok Sabha. And cut motions, special power of Lok Sabha. Amending the constitution. Remember, such bills have to be passed by both the houses separately, can be introduced in both houses separately, etc. Okay, amending the constitution. Now we are done with the chapter Parliament, but we'll also continue beyond it and cover one more topic here, which is largely and which should be studied with the chapter Parliament only, which is anti defection law. Schedule 10 of the Indian Constitution talks about anti defection law. Firstly, what's the meaning of this word defection? Tell me. What is this defection? Defection means disloyalty. Disloyalty. So, when you leave your friends group and join some new friends group to clear UPSC, and you leave your old friends, you are defecting, showing disloyalty, right? Now, in our life, we always show disloyalty based on our needs, etc. Right? Sometimes we have to show disloyalty towards the wrong group of friends. Like, the school teacher would tell your parents that he or she is a very good student, but he's just in the wrong group. And your parents feel, oh, my kid is good, company is bad. Little do they know that you are the bad company. But anyway, so defection. Now, what is a political party? To define it, political party is a group of people, a voluntary organization which has come together to contest elections, and capture power. That's the agenda of any political party. And of course, they should have a common ideology. Members share a common ideology. So, sharing a common ideology and also coming together to contest elections and hold power. Okay. Now, the point I'm trying to make here is today it is very, very appropriate for you to, let's say, have your vision, your ideology aligned to BJP. Tomorrow, it is equally okay for you to have your vision, have your ideology aligned to Congress. Day after tomorrow, it can be aligned to BJD, TMC, NPP, DMK, right? It's okay. I mean, people always keep on changing their opinion. Why should it be wrong? Why should it be bad? I mean, we are making a law to prevent this defection, meaning if you leave your party and join some other party. So, this is not being allowed. That's strange. I mean, today, if I know less, I think this party is right. Slowly, I know more. I think that party is right. It's of course very, very natural for a human being to have this genuine progression in life on the thinking process. Why do we have a law for this? So, the answer lies in four reasons. Reason number one, if I say that I change my ideology and now I like Congress, tomorrow I like BJP, day after tomorrow some other party, nobody cares. Nobody cares. The problem starts when I change party. The problem starts if I'm an MP or an MLA or an MLC. BJP has over 10 crore party workers, it claims. Right? If all the party workers change the ideology, it does not matter. The point is, those people of the party who are legislators, they should not change their party. So, firstly, very important to know that this law is applicable on only those people who what? Who have won a seat or who are legislators, not all the members of the party. So we call this legislative party. Clear? Now, as I said, if you are an MP, MLA, MLC and you change your party, what can be a problem? Problem number one, we are saying you change your party based on ideology. Who is changing party on ideology? We are all changing party based on what? Based on only one factor or two factors rather. Post of some minister or ministerial berth or suitcases, briefcase full of money. That's it. So the one big problem why we needed to have a law to prevent such things was to prevent corruption. Corruption. Second thing is, imagine you change your party now. Imagine 100 people from BJP change their party and join Congress or other party. Government collapses. Again, the 100 come back. Again, that government collapses. So people keep on changing parties can also result in instability. In the government. Yes or no? Number three. Now think of it. Let's assume the case of Rahul Gandhi. People of Wayanad have voted for Rahul Gandhi because he is from Congress and not from BJP. Now, if Rahul Gandhi right now leaves Congress and joins BJP, is he not breaching the trust, the faith reposed by people on Rahul Gandhi? Or say Amit Shah. People from Gandhinagar have voted for Amit Shah because he belongs to BJP. If he leaves BJP and joins Congress, will it not be breaching the trust of people who voted for Amit Shah? Of course. So if you change party after winning an election, you are also breaching the trust of people. Breach of trust of people. Voters. That is also a reason. Now, of course, a lot of people vote only for party or only for person. My point is for those people who vote for the party, like in the case of BJP. Lot of people vote for BJP based on the name of BJP, not for the candidate. So that affects those people. Now, if somebody is getting votes on his own name, then that's okay. That may not be applicable. No problem. This is one such reason. And one very important reason is this. See, this is what Supreme Court has said, that what is the bread and butter, the survival of a political party. The survival of political party depends on one factor, and that factor is respect in the eyes of people. If you casually come out of a party, move to a party so casually, so frequently, you are just breaching that trust, that faith reposed by people in the party. The party is a joke. You come as you please, you go as you please, use party for a benefit and throw it like a chewing gum. So Supreme Court said that you cannot reduce a political party to some casual, informal platform. The respect is required for the party. So parties reduced to casual or some kind of informal platform. These are reasons why we needed a law to prevent any such activity which could promote people changing their party after winning elections. Okay, so a party comprises of two kinds of people. Let's think of this. This is a party. This party is full of members. All these are members sitting in the party, crores and crores of workers. Are we clear? Every party claims that it has crores and crores of members working day in, day out. Now, there are only few of these party workers who actually get a ticket to contest elections, and some of them win the election. So all these people, they are party members. But there are some people in this party who actually do what? Who get elected and become a legislator. Okay? So think of this. Let's say these many people, they have become legislator. This whole group is referred to as a political party. And though this group, which is the legislators from the party, this is referred to as legislative party. Are you clear? For example, Narendra Modi is a member of the political party BJP, also legislative party BJP. Yes or no? Rahul Gandhi is a member of political party Congress, legislative party Congress. Clear? Are we clear on this basic difference? Everybody? So anti-defection law is only applicable on these people, not all the people. ADL or anti-defection law is applicable only to these members. These members. That's it. Are we clear? I will repeat once again. Please pay attention. Legislative party means those members of the political party who have become a legislator, meaning MP, MLA, MLC. Are we clear, Karan? That's okay, right? No problem. So this is some basic information that you should have known. Nothing really complicated here. Okay. Now, just to give you a very interesting fact, you know, back in 1967, 69, because of the situation in Congress, we saw blatant abuse of this shifting loyalties. In fact, around 2000 such people left their party and joined some other party in the 1960s, late 1960s, in 2 years. MLAs, MLCs, MPs changing parties. And there was a record holder. There was a person called Gayalal. Gayalal was an MLA in Haryana, Hodal, Palwal. Gayalal was from Congress. He in 1967 from Congress went to Janata Party, Janata Dal, and within a fortnight, 14 days only, within 15 days, 14, 15 days, he came back to Congress again. When he came back to Congress, the Congress party spokesperson took him to the press conference, telling people that Gaya Lal, Gaya is a Hindi word meaning gone. Gaya Lal वापस आ गया है. Gaya Lal has come back. Play of words. On the very same day in the evening, Gaya Lal went back to Janta. Same day. So, I mean, I'm sure this is not a change of ideology, but the briefcase getting bigger and bigger. And that is why there's a phrase which is Ayaram Gayaram, meaning when will a politician come to your party? Aya comes, only Ram, God knows. And when will he go? Only God knows. Right? So this is only something that gods can tell us when will a politician make a jump. And also this buying or selling of these politicians is known as horse trading. Just a term in case you ever come across this in the newspaper. Horse trading. Clear? Horse trading. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's take a break. After the break, we'll see the law which is there in the country to keep a check on this. What's the law? How can you be disqualified? What's the exception? What are the problems with the anti-defection law? Break, please. Come back at 140. Should be okay. Or 145. Of course, of course. Since I said 145, it will be 145 only. Payal, Nitish Kumar never changes parties. He just forms coalition with different parties. We'll come to that. You will get your doubt resolved here. What exactly happens? Yes, Vedant. Once we discuss the basic information, then we'll see this also. Okay? But firstly, basic information. Break, please, guys. See you at 145. Okay, let's begin now. Next small session window of 1 hour 15 minutes. We'll have a lunch break at 3 so that you can watch the opening credits of the India Pakistan match. Anyway, now in 1969, because of excessive defections and strange cases like Gayalal, we saw people changing parties, which resulted in the government also feeling the heat of it. And hence, the government of the day tried to set up a committee, the Chauhan committee, to look into what can be the problems of defection, etc. The committee recommended that we should have a law. In 1970s, on two occasions, an attempt was made to modify the constitution and to bring a bill to prevent such defections, but those bills could not be passed. Finally, in 1985, the Rajiv Gandhi government, which was in power with thumping majority, found it a very opportune, very appropriate time to make a law by amending the constitution, right? And this was done through the 52nd Amendment Act 1985. Two articles were modified, Article 102 and 191. Of course, this is for MPs and this is for MLAs and MLCs. Now, do you remember by any chance what is Article 102? Article 102 says that the legislators can be disqualified if they are not citizens, they have gone bankrupt, unsound mind, office of profit, or any law made by parliament. So that was all clause 1. Now they have added one clause 2, which says disqualification will also be due to defection. So this is the change made. And along with that, what will be the procedure of disqualification? How will you be disqualified? What can you not do, etc.? Who will disqualify you? What is the exception? All that reference is made under Schedule 10 of the Indian Constitution, right? So this is the change made. The heading provisions with respect to WRT stands for with respect to disqualification arising out of defection. So three things are to be known. Point number 1, what should you know? You should know that how will you be disqualified? What is the criteria for disqualification? So there are three types of members in the houses, right? Not good, bad, and average. One member is that MP or MLA or MLC who belongs to a political party. Rahul Gandhi, Narendra Modi, Amit Shah, Sonia Gandhi, all these people, they belong to a political party, right? In fact, most members belong to a political party only. If you belong to a political party after winning the elections, meaning after becoming a member, right, of the house, you cannot leave your party. A member of a house belonging to any political party becomes disqualified for being a member of the house if he voluntarily gives up his membership of such party. If you give up your membership, done, disqualified. Point 1. Point 2. Now, understand, there is an idea called whip. What is the meaning of whip? So let's say recently we had the discussion on some very crucial bills. Let's say a bill has been brought called Bharatiya Nyay Sanhita Bill. This bill is going to replace the Indian Penal Code. Just an example. Who has brought this bill? This bill has been brought by BJP. Now, BJP wants this bill, and that's why they have brought this bill. So, ideally, the expectation is that since BJP has brought this bill, all the BJP MPs should come to vote and press the yes button, that yes, we agree with the bill. So BJP will issue instruction to all its party members who are MPs that you better come and vote yes. If you vote no, disqualified. So this instruction issued by the party to its legislators to vote in a particular direction, that is called whip. Same thing done by Congress. Now, since the bill is brought by BJP, Congress may try to oppose it. So Congress can issue a whip, an instruction to all its legislators that please vote for a no. That is called whip. Okay. Now, whip. The instruction issued by the party to all its legislative members to vote on a proposal in the legislature in a particular direction. Are we clear? In a particular direction. And now somebody has to ensure that all the BJP MPs get this information that you have to come on that day and vote yes or no. So in a party, some people are given this responsibility that you please inform every member and make sure that they come and vote. That person is called Chief Whip. Chief Whip is responsible for administering the whipping system. This entire process is called the whipping system, that ensures that members of the party attend and vote in the parliament as the party leadership desires. Are we clear? The concept of whip. Now, whip is, of course, not mentioned in the constitution, and this idea is borrowed from UK. UK. Now, whips can be of three types. One kind of whip can be that the BJP says, guys, we are bringing a bill called BNS bill. So, in case you want, you can come and vote. Voting will take place on 18th of September. Just informing. Okay. Otherwise, BJP can also say that, guys, we are bringing a bill called BNS bill. You please come on 18th and vote. So, coming and voting is mandatory. And third kind of order can be, or whip can be, guys, we are bringing a bill on 18th. You better come, you better vote, and you better press the yes button. So three types of whips are there. Single line whip, inform the members about a vote. Two line whip, double line whip, inform plus mandatory attendance. And three line whip is what is important. Inform plus mandatory attendance plus vote as per direction. So you have to come on that day, you have to vote also, and you have to vote in the same direction that the party wants you. If the party says vote for yes, you better vote for yes. The party says vote for no, you press the red button. Clear? So one way of getting disqualified was to resign from your party. Whether you join some other party or not is of no concern. If you give up your party membership, disqualified. Second is, if you vote or abstain from voting in house, contrary, opposed to any direction issued by the political party. This direction issued by a political party is what is known as whip. This is what is called whip, direction issued by the political party without obtaining prior now. See, let's say a party has said, come and vote for yes on 18th. On 17th, because of health issues, you end up in a coma. So you won't come crawling outside coma and press the green button and die there only. Of course, that won't happen. Or maybe on 18 some urgent issue came up, health issue, other family concern, etc. Or you came to vote, but you went to the washroom and voting started. Or you came to vote, but somebody else pressed the wrong button and ran away from there. Now, I mean, anything can go wrong. So you can ask your party that, see, whip, chief whip, you had told me to come and vote, but because of this reason I could not come and vote, or I came but I pressed the wrong button by mistake, etc. All this excuse. And if the party forgives you, then no problem, but otherwise disqualified. So without obtaining prior permission of such party, and such act has not been condoned. Condone means forgiven. If the party forgives you within 15 days, then no problem. But if the party has not forgiven you and you have not informed prior that I will not be coming or I will not vote like this, then sorry, you can be disqualified. Are we clear, everybody here? Any issue? Please tell me. No problem? Great. So this is one way to disqualify. Second thing, for all those people who are independent members, independent meaning what? Those members who do not belong to any political party. Do not belong to any political party. They contest election on their own and win also and become MP, MLA. So independent people become disqualified if they join any political party. So if after elections you try to join any party and you are an independent candidate, independent legislator, you are disqualified. But then what about voting? These independent people, how to vote? Voting, they are free. So today an independent person can vote for BJP. Tomorrow they can vote for Congress. So confuse everybody. But that's not the point. You cannot officially join BJP or Congress. You can vote in favor of any party you want, no problem. But you cannot officially join any party. Are we clear? Second criteria also. Third type of members are these nominated members. The example being 12 MPs in which house? Rajya Sabha. Okay. So nominated members. Now, a nominated member of a house becomes disqualified for being a member of the house if he joins any political party after the expiry of 6 months. What's this? So this is that if you are, let's say, who is a nominated member? These people have been chosen by the president on the advice of government only, and they are largely apolitical people. Ilya Raja, P.T. Usha, what do they know about politics? They have no interest in all these things. They have been put there as a mark of respect and honor for contribution towards art, science, etc. Right? And be representatives in their own art form, etc. So the point here is, when you make these people members of the house, what if they do have some interest in politics? What if they want to join a party? So give them some time. Give them 6 months of time. Within 6 months, they can join any party. They can read the ideology of the party. And if they like the party, they can join any party. That is fully allowed, no problem. But at the end of 6 months, once the 6 months time is over from the date on which they take their seat, now you cannot join any party. Or if you have joined a party, can't leave the party. And also, within these 6 months, it is not that you can keep on changing your party. Sorry. It is just once you can join a party. It's not a today let's try BJP, tomorrow Congress. This can't be done. It is just something that can be used only once and only once. Clear? This is a point of disqualification. So now you can also ask a concern that, sir, but why are these people given this 6 month window to join a party? Why not these people? Because independent members have contested elections. They are politicians. They could have joined a party and contested elections. Nominated people are usually apolitical people. They have no relationship to politics. They have suddenly become members. So we should give them some opportunity to join a party if they want to. It's not mandatory. If they want to join, they can join. If not, no problem. Like Justice Gogoi, he is an independent person only. He has not joined any party. Despite being chosen by BJP, he has not officially joined BJP. Are we clear? Everybody? Niranjan, it's normally the second and third type of whip which is used. It depends, right? In any case, most BJP people or Congress people will never vote against their party. So that's it. So this is how you get disqualified. Disqualified from being a member of the House. But there are some exceptions. What kind of exceptions do we have? Exceptions of two kinds. So one thing we studied in the last class only, the presiding officers and deputy presiding officers. Now the time has come to help you understand what that meant actually. So presiding officers and deputy presiding officers are the exception. Meaning, what happens is these people, the speaker, deputy chairperson, etc., these people are allowed to leave the party. So normally, if you are an MP from Congress or BJP, you can't leave your party. But speakers, in fact, we want them to leave the party. They don't is another matter. But we actually genuinely want them to leave the party. So we have deliberately created an exception in this case where we say that, okay, please, you leave the party, you will still not be disqualified. So these people are allowed to resign from party. But the point is only once. Not that once you have resigned, you can't join your party back. Just leave, move on. Simple. It is not that today you join, tomorrow you leave, after 5 days again join. No, no. It's meant for just one time use, resign from the party. And till you are the speaker, you cannot join your party back. Point one. Second exception is very, very interesting. Second exception originally was something different. Second exception originally was meant to allow dissent in the party. Dissent. See, the point here is if one person from Congress leaves, he may be purchased. But what if lot of MPs in the Congress start feeling that this Congress chief is not working properly? He or she is not following the ideology. If today 150 MLA MPs from BJP start feeling that the BJP we knew, we joined was different, this is a different kind of BJP, we don't want to be a part of it, there should be some scope for that. If an entire group is standing up, then there's a problem. So earlier, now pay attention, earlier what used to happen was that split in a party, split in party was allowed. Split meaning if 1/3 legislators leave the party, this was allowed, meaning they will not be disqualified, but 1/3 of the total people. Clear? This was allowed. Later on, in the year 2003, with the 91st Amendment Act, 91st Amendment Act 2003, replaced with this via this. So what happened? In 2003, we said that see, split will not be allowed, merger will be allowed. So we said now that you cannot split from your party. If you want to leave your party as a group of people, you have to merge with some other party. You cannot stay independently. Merger is mandatory. Number one. Number two, not 1/3 people. Now 2/3 people have to leave the party. This was a change made. Are we clear? So this means that now, if you want to leave your party as a group, 2/3 of you have to leave, and you cannot create a new party on your own. You will have to merge with some other party, right? Now, collectively, you can become a new party, no problem. But you have to merge with some other party. Are we clear on this? I'll come to Shiv Sena. Wait, have some patience. We'll discuss that. But before that, this point needs to be understood. That split is no longer allowed. You have to merge with some other party, and 2/3 people have to leave. How many have to leave? 2/3 people have to leave. Clear? Any doubt? No doubt. I'm assuming that you understood the provisions. And one last point. After all, who decides all these things? Let us say somebody has merged with some other party, 1/3, 2/3, somebody is leaving the party, whip has not been followed. Who will disqualify you? So under Article 103, disqualification takes place at the behest of the president. The president disqualifies on the binding opinion of ECI, right? But in the case of defection, the disqualification decisions are made by the presiding officer. Are we clear? So it is the presiding officer who decides on matters of disqualification when it comes to what? When it comes to the matters of defection. Deciding authority. Presiding officer. And the law said that whatever decisions the presiding officer gave, those decisions were to be final, not subject to any kind of change. Final decision. Okay? So, now think of this. One very, very important and a very crucial piece of information for you, or rather a question to you. You please respond and tell me that if today, example, Rahul Gandhi leaves Congress and joins BJP. Right? It's good for BJP. Now, once he has left Congress and has joined BJP, the Congress is very, very upset. Yes or no? Very, very upset that what has happened. Rahul Gandhi has left. Disqualify him. They approach the speaker. Speaker, please disqualify. Now tell me, you are the speaker, Om Birla. You are a BJP member. Don't you think that you would want to give favor to your party? So if the Congress comes to you and says that please disqualify Rahul Gandhi because Rahul Gandhi has joined your favorite party, you will say no, my decision is final. I will not disqualify Rahul Gandhi. Simple. Yes or no? Problem? This was questioned in Supreme Court in 1992 in the Kyoto Holohan case, a case of a Nagaland minister. So this question which was asked was that this extremely powerful role given to the presiding officer to decide, and his decision is final. What if the presiding officer is biased? What if he genuinely and knowingly takes a wrong decision? So Supreme Court said, don't worry, we are here. Speaker's decision is subject to judicial review. First point, decision of not speaker but presiding officer. Decision of presiding officer will be subject to what? Judicial review. So this decision is now no longer final and is open to judicial scrutiny. Okay, or review. Clear? This is where, that is since Kyoto Holohan 1992. Now one more point. Now the speaker Om Birla knows very well that if I take a wrong decision, Payal, that's why I mentioned scrutiny. I knew it. If I try to introduce a new word to you for writing answers, you will ask me what the hell is that word. So difficult to even introduce new English words to you. Scrutiny, review, English words. Google search for meaning, please. Anyway, so the point is Om Birla. Question again. Now the problem with Om Birla is if Om Birla does not disqualify Rahul Gandhi, says that no, not disqualified, then Congress can go to High Court, Supreme Court and get the decision changed, right? That's a problem. So as the speaker who wants to favor his own party, what do I do now? My hands are tied because I have to give a correct judgment. I have to give a correct decision. So what do I do now? Now, a very important element here is in the court, what can be questioned? Tell me. In the court, what is being questioned? My decision is being questioned, right? As a presiding officer, I say not disqualified. I say disqualified. My decisions are being questioned. Now think of your own life. If you take UPSC prelims and you have not prepared well, you'll fail. Failure. But if you don't take the exam only, how will you fail? Best, no exam, no failure. Yes or no? Perfect recipe for safe life. Same thing for speaker also. What can be challenged in court? A decision can be challenged in court. But if I don't take a decision only, then what will you challenge? And there is this big loophole that no time frame for presiding officer to decide. This is a real problem with anti-defection law, that there is no time frame only for the speaker to take a decision. How will this law ever be effective? I'll give you an example. Example, in the state of Manipur, which is now uh, in the news for all the wrong reasons, right? Sad state of affairs that we hear of things happening in Manipur. But anyway, back in 2017, in Manipur, Y. Khemchand was the speaker. 2017. And there were so many MLAs who left various parties and joined BJP. Nobody was disqualified. In fact, some of them were made ministers also. Are you clear? For example, there was this person called T. Shyam Kumar. He was made a minister after leaving his party and shifting loyalties, took the benefit of shifting loyalty, was made a minister, and yet no disqualification. Ultimately, this matter went to Supreme Court. In 2020, Supreme Court, very angry and upset, said, what the hell is this? If you don't decide only, then what's the point of having a law like this? Right? So Supreme Court interfered on its own using a very unique kind of power. The Supreme Court itself removed T. Shyam Kumar from the post. You cannot, as a judiciary, remove a minister. It's a task of governor or president. But Supreme Court on itself, through activism, removed T. Shyam Kumar and issued order that T. Shyam Kumar should not be found in the precincts of the house. Right? And also gave a judgment. This judgment became known as the Kesham Meghchandra Singh case of 2020. Supreme Court said at C, Speaker, ideally, you should take a decision in 3 months. So the court said, decide within 3 months. So nice, right? Problem solved? Not really. Decide within 3 months if there is no exceptional reason. In absence of exceptional reason. If you give this kind of vague judgment to the presiding officer, he or she will always claim exceptional reason. What to do? Can't take a decision only. So the judgment did come, but what was the point? Right? It's like, please study, please revise your PPTs and miss the revision only if there's an exceptional circumstance. If I tell you this, every day you will have exceptional reason only to not revise. Yes or no? Same thing. So judgment is there, but it is completely useless. What kind of judgment is this? Sad. And we have seen this happening across the country. For example, this is rampant in West Bengal. You go to West Bengal, Biman Banerjee is the speaker there. 25-30 MLAs have defected since 2011. How many have been disqualified? Zero. Zero. People like Mukul Roy joined BJP and started attending TMC party meetings, were not disqualified. Right? So, sad state of affairs is that the speakers simply do not take a decision. They have used the legal loophole that there is no time frame fixed for the speakers to decide. See, now I hope you understand that it is very, very important for the speaker to be unbiased, right? But the bigger question is, why do we have this power with speaker? I mean, very strange. If for every other thing, type of disqualification, election commission is seen as a competent authority, suddenly the power to speaker, which is nothing but the power to the ruling party, sadly, in most cases. Anyway, so this is with respect to the anti-defection law. We are done with the law. Now, just one point on clarification with respect to what is happening in Maharashtra. See, when it comes to Shiv Sena, so not to invest much time here, but still, you should know very briefly the Shiv Sena story. So, what has happened in Shiv Sena is that, see, back in November 2019. So, firstly, some background. So, in the case of Maharashtra, Maharashtra has a 288 seat assembly. Okay, 288 MLAs. To win the election, to form the government, what majority is required? Revision time. Absolute majority. More than 50%, which means 145. After elections, no party could get the majority. BJP obtained, I think, 105 seats. Shiv Sena got 56 seats. Then parties like NCP and Indian National Congress. NCP got 54 seats and Congress got 44 seats. And then some other parties got other seats. Now, the problem was that these two people were already in an alliance. They had promised each other that we will form the government together. But because of power sharing, seat sharing, CM sharing post, they became upset. Breakup happened. They broke. And these three together formed the alliance. Maha Vikas Agadi Alliance, MVA. So in November, MVA government came to power, took over the reins in Maharashtra. Are you clear so far, everybody? Now, this government continued for almost 2.5 years, but the real twist came in the month of June of last year. Suddenly, it is found that this person called Eknath Shinde, a very senior party leader in Shiv Sena, plus some MLAs go missing. Go missing. So the rumor surfaced. Now these MLAs firstly went to Surat or some place in Gujarat, then went to Assam, etc. Keep on traveling here and there. So the news and rumor spread that these people are planning to leave the coalition. So Uddhav Thackeray, UT, Uddhav Thackeray. Uddhav Thackeray issued disqualification notice. Okay. Meaning the speaker was asked to disqualify them because they are leaving the party, though they had not officially left the party. In the meantime, Eknath Shinde group, what it did was it gave a notice to remove speaker only. At that point of time, there was no speaker in Maharashtra. We had a deputy speaker who was acting as a speaker in Maharashtra. So the removal notice for the deputy speaker. And there is actually a judgment in this regard. That judgment says that whenever there is any kind of removal notice going on against the speaker, he or she cannot use any power. That is called the Nabam Rebia judgment of 2016. So if the speaker's removal discussion is going on, the speaker cannot use any power, including the power of disqualifying the MLAs or MPs. So in this case, the idea was that before the speaker could disqualify, Eknath Shinde group said, we will remove you only. Clear? So this was the criteria problem. Then Eknath Shinde group approached the governor that governor, please, we want to withdraw the support from MVA. Now herein comes a critical question here. If Eknath Shinde leaves Shiv Sena, splits from Shiv Sena, then disqualified. Yes or no? Split is not allowed only. So what Eknath Shinde's group started claiming was, what split? I am the Shiv Sena. They are not Shiv Sena. Are you clear? So the question, and nowadays this is what is a new thing here. If two groups emerge in a party, nobody wants to leave the party. Because see, if Eknath Shinde left and joined BJP, that also be a problem for them, losing their own status of Shiv Sena. So Eknath Shinde group said that no, there is no split. We are here. We are the real bosses. They are the ones who are not following us. They should be disqualified. So Eknath Shinde group approached governor, said we are withdrawing support from MVA. We don't want to be a part of MVA alliance. So governor said, okay, let's do one thing. Let's fix a date for floor test. Mahavikas Agadi, come on that day, come and get a trust vote. Prove that you still enjoy the majority in the house. Now, around 40 of these Shiv Sena MLAs were with Eknath Shinde, 105 BJP MLAs, 105 plus 40, for 145 people were there who were opposed to the government. So it was very difficult for Uddhav Thackeray to prove the majority. Uddhav Thackeray group challenged this in Supreme Court. At Supreme Court, what is this? Announcing trust vote. Wrong. When have you pulled back our alliance? We have not. Supreme Court said, wait. Let the governor do what he's doing. Let's not interfere right now. So since Uddhav Thackeray knew very well if a trust vote happens, he'll lose it. So he resigned. And that matter went to Supreme Court. Right? ECI. And then Eknath Shinde said that we are the real Shiv Sena, and Eknath Shinde group formed a joint hand with BJP to form the government. Now what happened was, the question was in front of Election Commission that who is the real Shiv Sena? Will you please stand up? That's the point. So Election Commission of India said that the real Shiv Sena is Eknath Shinde group. Okay. This matter was challenged in the Supreme Court. Now, recently in the Supreme Court judgment, Supreme Court firstly said that see, real Shiv Sena, let the speaker decide. But very important is this idea that the governor who called for a trust vote should not have called for trust vote. What proof did the governor have that Eknath Shinde is the real Shiv Sena? What proof did he have that Eknath Shinde controls the party? Who controls the party? Who has the power to issue whip? There are two things now. One is the political party and the other is the legislative party, meaning those members of the political party who are MPs, MLAs, MLCs. Eknath Shinde controls the legislative party because he controls more of the MLAs who are in his favor. But Uddhav Thackeray controls the larger political party called Shiv Sena, all the ground workers. The question is, who is the real boss then? Is Uddhav Thackeray, who controls the Shiv Sena, the real boss, or Eknath Shinde, who controls those party workers who have become MLAs? He or she is the real boss. So election commission said that this person is the real boss, but Supreme Court said no, 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 no. Whoever controls the political party is the real boss, because after all, who are these MLAs? MLAs are party workers only, and the party has given this opportunity to some of the MLAs. Come on, go and contest, win the seats. It's ultimately the party which is behind these MLAs. It's the party which is the real force. So whoever controls the real force, the party, should be given the power to issue whip, etc. But Supreme Court said one thing, that see, governor wrongfully called for a floor test. If floor test was conducted and Uddhav Thackeray had lost, we would have brought him back to power. There is a judgment, we'll discuss this later on, SR Bommai case. If governor misuses his power and calls for a trust vote, vote of confidence, deliberately, without any reason, and dismisses the government wrongfully, the Supreme Court has the power to bring back the government. But sadly, in this case, Uddhav Thackeray had not been removed. He himself resigned. If you are a government employee, right? If you are a government employee and you are wrongfully removed by the government on some false ground, then the court can call you back. Come on, come sit. Nothing wrong. But if you resign on your own, then how can we call you back? Resignation is out of choice. So had Uddhav Thackeray not resigned, he would have still been the chief minister by now. Clear? Anyway, now the case is with respect to speaker. The Supreme Court has said speaker will decide on whether Eknath Shinde group should be disqualified or not. So the matter is pending with the speaker. Jaswant, election commission has a power to decide on splits and mergers. That's one function that they perform, deciding on splits and mergers of parties. Dinesh, trust vote is wrong because why did the governor call for trust vote? Why? Just because. So today, if one MP from BJP goes to president and says, President, call for trust vote. I don't believe in this government. That's not possible, right? When Eknath Shinde came to the governor and said that, Governor, we are pulling back our support from the alliance. Who are you? Your party leader is Uddhav Thackeray. So ideally, Uddhav Thackeray should have gone to the governor and said that we are pulling back our support. We are breaking this coalition, right? So that's a problem. Are we clear? Everybody? This was the issue in Maharashtra. Sufficient information for us. Anyway, right now there is no pressure on the speaker to decide because next day elections will take place in Maharashtra. So nobody is putting a lot of pressure on this. And let's see how things fall into place in future in Maharashtra. But all this said and done, the real concern is what? The real concern is that speakers have to be independent. Jaswant, election commission decided this on the basis of the fact that they believed that whoever controls legislature is the real boss. Are we clear? Whoever controls legislature is the real boss. They were trying to follow the British system. So in UK, what happens is, in the Westminster system, after election, the elected legislators decide the political party's path. That's what they were following. But Supreme Court said, no, no, no. Whether elected or not, the real boss is always the original party. The real boss is always those 10 crore party workers who work for the party. Just because you have won the election does not give you any right to start changing party's ideology. That was the difference. Arjun, it is not about 20 MLAs or 30 MLAs going. It is always about who is approaching. The party head is Uddhav Thackeray. He should approach, not some other party person. Clear? So this is with respect to anti-defection law. Any doubts here, guys? So you can again watch the recording now. I hope you are aware that recordings are available with respect to these forever and ever. So you can watch it again and again. Dinesh, I did not, and one more, Khambapati. So last line of first point. Last line of first point in the previous slide. Okay. This slide. Last line of exceptions. Okay. This one. So for all those people who have a problem here, very simple. See, when merger takes place, means what? Let's assume Congress has 51 MPs in the Lok Sabha. 2/3 people, let's assume 35 or 34 MPs have left Congress. Okay? 34 MPs have left Congress and they have merged with, say, BJP. Will they be disqualified? Not at all. They won't be disqualified. But what about the remaining 17 MPs from Congress? The remaining MPs. What happens to them? Remaining MPs will also not be disqualified or has not accepted the merger and opted to function as a separate group. And the remaining MPs who are saying that no, we don't want to leave Congress, it's okay. You are also not disqualified. You are staying there only, no problem. Clear? So both groups not disqualified. That's the point. Okay. Gaurav, sir, Uddhav Thackeray has not taken consent from party before joining MVA. Is it fine? How would you know this is fine or not? Or he has taken consent or not? At that point of time, everybody was willing. That's why they formed the government. So this is something that only they can know. Ganesh, sir, what is the problem of governor? See, problem of governor, there is no problem as such. But as a governor or as a president, you have to understand this very important element. And what's that important element? That important element is that you have to make sure that when you call for a floor test, call for a trust vote, etc., it should be on genuine grounds. If the party leader, Uddhav Thackeray, had come and said that we are taking back the support, please, we don't want to be a part of MVA, it makes sense. Any random person goes, it does not make sense, right? There are so many MLAs in Shiv Sena, 56 MLAs. At that point of time, 55 were there. So if a random MLA goes and says, no, no, I don't want to be a part of MVA, please, governor, floor test. We can't rely on that. Remember, the governor, the president is bound by the advice of entire council. That is somewhere you have to use your brains. That this MLA is a simple random MLA. Your party boss has no problem. What are you coming here for? That's the problem. Satish, Nitish Kumar example, we'll discuss it shortly because it is a different kind of problem with Nitish Kumar. So this is the issue with respect to anti-defection law. Now, what are the issues? Very, very simple and easy to understand issues. Issue number 1. No time frame for the speaker to decide. That's wrong. Yes or no? So in this case, What can be a solution? Very, very simple solution. Amend the law, fix a time frame. Simple. Second issue. Second issue, a very unique one. Anti-defection law, ADL. What is ADL? Anti-defection law. In short, ADL, anti-defection law. ADL does not cover pre-election coalition. What is pre-election coalition? Now take the example again of, say, Bihar. Bihar. Mr. Nitish Kumar. Mr. Nitish Kumar, do you remember this meme? This small kid who would say, "You are my friend, you are my friend, you're also my friend, don't be sad, you're my friend." So it's just on that. I have to explain memes also now, what to do. Anyway, let's look at this example of Bihar. In Bihar, BJP and JDU. JDU is the party of Mr. Nitish Kumar, who is the current chief minister of Bihar. So when they actually were contesting elections, they contested elections together, saying we are both together, we will form the government, NDA. And after the elections, BJP won 74 seats and JDU won 43 seats. Later on, it became 45, 43 seats. Now, Bihar is a 243 seat assembly. 243 MLAs are there in Bihar. How many? 243. So tell me, how many are required to form the government? More than half. 243. 122. Okay? 122 are required to form the government. So if you look at this, 74 plus 43 and some others also supported 8, this total became 125. So Bihar, NDA formed the government. And they had gone together. They had gone together to people that we are all one and the same. Please vote for me. If not for me, vote for JDU. We are all the same. So a lot of people voted for JDU thinking that JDU is with BJP and vice versa. Now, after a couple of years, JDU breaks away from here. Says, sorry. I am not a part of this. And JDU joined hands with RJD, Lalu Yadav's Rashtriya Janata Dal Party, and also Congress. RJD has 79 seats. Congress has 19 seats. And some others were also there. Now they have joined them together and have around 165 people to form the Mahagathbandhan. So tell me something. As a voter who voted for JDU thinking they are with BJP, have I not been cheated by JDU? Yes or no? The exact same thing has happened with Maharashtra also. When Shiv Sena chose to join hand with NCP, they did not breach the trust of all the voters who voted for Shiv Sena thinking Shiv Sena and BJP are together. Because you had gone to people and said to people before election, pre-election, that we are together, we're in the same, vote for us. And now you are backtracking, right? Or did this not breach the trust of people in Jammu and Kashmir? when BJP and PDP were fighting against each other and joined hands. So this is a big problem that ADL does not cover coalitions, it only covers party. So today BJP can give order to its BJP party members only, not to other coalition partners. So that needs to go away. In fact, we have to modify the law. Same solution. Amend the law, cover it. One more thing, a very sincere concern. Understand, what's this speaker getting this power? Makes no sense. Presiding officer given powers under ADL. Why? What is so special here? If for every other kind of disqualification, the election commission is seen as an appropriate authority, then why does the speaker, who is known to be biased in our country, is being given this power? Again, solution. Amend the law, take the power away and give to an independent body. For example, ECI. So that's how you write an answer. Don't write give power to ECI. No, all your answer, your suggestion should sound like a suggestion, not an order. So give to an independent body, example ECI. That's a proper suggestion, proper way to structure a suggestion. Now, these are all issues. There is one such issue which has no solution. And what's that issue? In fact, some people also claim that, see, what is this? You are saying that if a large group leaves the party, okay. If one person leaves, not okay. So retail defection allowed, not allowed. Wholesale allowed. What is this nonsense? But anyway, but one such problem cannot be resolved. And what is that problem? Now think of it. I belong to BJP. Let's assume I don't. Let's assume, and I, but have a different opinion on one bill, say the BNS bill. I don't like the bill. But the problem is, I cannot vote no. I can't vote against my party. If I do, disqualified. Right? So, there is a very serious concern of control via whip. We call this whip gagging. What is gag? GAG, gag. Gag means to cover somebody's mouth, to prevent from speaking. So, as an individual MP, I have no authority. I have to, like a robot, come. Oh, party has said what? Press the red button. Come, red button, and go home. Then what is my role as an MP? Discussion, etc. I have no interest in knowing the bill. What is the content? I just want to know, okay, Chief Whip has said what? Look at the message. Chief Whip said, press the green button. Okay, like a robot, I'll go there, sit, wait for voting, green button, task over. ADL, see, sometimes a party member can have genuine concern also. He is not always leaving the party. ADL suppresses genuine dissent. Within the party. Also, think of it. Let us say I belong to an area There's a bill called Triple Talaq Bill. I am from Congress, let's assume. Congress has said, vote for no against this bill. Don't vote for yes. But people of my constituency have come to me and said that, sir, please vote for yes. We hate this practice. Please vote in favor of bill. Now, what do I do? If I follow the voice of my people who are saying vote in favor of bill, or if I follow the voice of the party whip which says vote against, if I follow people, I have upheld their no their idea of truly being represented in the parliament. I have upheld their interest in a particular topic. But it has come at the cost of my seat in the party. Party will disqualify me. And if I save my seat, have I faithfully represented the interest of my people? That's also a problem. So, prevents members from faithfully representing interest of the voter. Are we clear on this? Now, in this regard, Supreme Court has actually said that, see, in the Kyoto Holohan only, Supreme Court said that please don't misuse whip. Whip, the three-line whip, should be used only in case of what? No confidence motion, trust vote, or a bill related to party's poll promise. For example, if BJP has said in its poll promise that we are going to abrogate the power of Article 370, and I'm a BJP MP, so I joined BJP knowing very well this is their agenda. So if a bill comes, I must vote in the favor of the bill. So in only these three things should the three-line whip be used. Otherwise, don't misuse three-line whip. Use it rarely only. So the problem is, see, if you don't have whip, then the party members can vote here and there. Their votes can be purchased. If you have whip, then the MPs may not be able to exercise their conscience freely. Yes or no? So, whip gagging is a very unique problem which is beyond any resolution. The only solution can be minimize the use of whip. Use it less frequently. That's it. Right? So we have to depend on the goodwill of the party to not use or overuse whip. In fact, Supreme Court has said this, that on the one hand, there is this real and imminent threat to the very fabric of Indian democracy, posed by certain levels of political behavior conspicuous by their utter and total disregard for well-established political propriety, good behavior, morality. But on the other hand, as with every political, every economic experimentation, certain side effects, certain fallouts, which might affect and hurt even the genuine, even the honest dissenters in the party. That's always going to be there. There is always the usual plus and minus of every area of lawmaking. Whip gagging is a negative which we have to accept because the positive of ADL is way bigger, preventing corruption, controlling instability, ensuring proper representation, etc. Are we clear? No, Paulos, that may be one point, but we also have to understand, if I have joined a party and the party has a manifesto, I should also be in the same line as a manifesto. So if the party tries to bring any kind of bill dealing with its manifesto promise, I think we should not vote against it. Simple. Dinesh, why have there been no amendments? Now, this is a question only the parties can answer. How can I answer? I mean, you are asking the political parties to curb their own power. Will they ever do it? They will never do it. Simple. The parties will never ever do this because it curbs their own power. Okay? That's it. We are done with the anti-defection law, which also means we are done with the chapter Parliament. Done, over, khatam. Solve this question came twice. I mean, UPSC is UPSC. What do they do sometimes by asking these questions? Anyway, solve this very, very difficult kind of question. Some of you marked the wrong answer. Why? Why this? Anyway, the defection provisions are in the 10th schedule. Great. One more question. Asked last year only. Please be careful in marking the answer. Puja 3. You have to see the slide actually. You're just being too lazy, not seeing the slide. The slide simply says that three-line whip means an instruction or order where you have to come, you have to vote, and you have to vote as the party says. Very simple. Of course, B is correct. The law does not provide any time frame. This is correct statement. Law does not provide any time frame. The law specifies that a nominated legislator cannot join any party within 6 months or cannot join after 6 months. In fact, can join within 6 months. The first 6 months he can join. It's only after end of 6 months that he cannot join. Are we clear? So one is wrong. Answer is B. Clear? Solve one more question. Very simple question. Absolutely correct. The answer is B. The government is responsible to the parliament and can be removed by it through NCM. All political parties in the parliament are represented in the government. Really? Is Congress represented in the government? Of course not. The government is elected by the people. No, election takes place in the house through trust vote. We only vote for legislature, MPs, and can be removed by them. This is wrong. The government is chosen by the parliament is correct, but cannot be removed by it before the completion of fixed term. This is also wrong because they can be removed through an NCM. What is that? No confidence motion. So all these are wrong. B is correct. You have a couple of questions from this topic. Let's do one thing. We'll discuss these questions after the break. I'll just give you a brief. But before that, let me just summarize important articles. We'll not be discussing anything now. In case you want to leave, you can leave. And you can come back at 3:45. That should be sufficient time for the break. Uh, from Lakshmikant, read chapter 10, chapter 12, chapter 22, chapter 76. 76 is ADL, anti-defection law. Important cases. Raja Rampal case 2007. Okay. Then Kyoto Holohan 1992. Then Kesham Meghchandra Singh of 2020. And important articles: Article 79, Article 82, Article 102, Article 103, Article 94 for the speaker. Then directly moving on to types of majorities. Article 249, Article 312, then Article 368, coming to the bills 108, 109, procedure for money bills, 110, definition, 117, clause 1, clause 3, 112, annual financial statement. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Anyway, Article 112, then Article 122 and 105. And also 102, Clause 2 is there. We have already seen that. And then we have also seen the schedules, two schedules, Schedule 4 and Schedule 10. That's all ground that we have covered, right? I hope it's all Clear now? Hajira, not the case story. The points I mentioned in the case, those are sufficient. No, Balu not required. Hassan, why? How can you compel somebody? We can't compel them. You can only make a law. No, Balu, they are not. Okay, guys. Anything else? No, Shahid, that's okay. I mean, government is responsible to the collectively accountable to Lok Sabha, but also Parliament. That can also be said. If you look at all the other options, they were wrong. This was at least somewhat correct, right? So we have chosen the best amongst the worst. Gaurav will discuss this topic under elections, not right now. Okay, guys, let's do one thing. Let's take a break now. It's been 3:07, so we'll come back at 3:50. Okay, 3:50. No worries. Let's come back at 3:50. Break, please, guys. No, Balu. Supreme Court judgments are held to be valid. So whatever judgment is there, it is a final interpretation. So why you don't need to amend the law? The Supreme Court judgment holds valid. Okay. Break, please, now.